Yeah.
So, I don't think we can really have a fan conversation discussion and ignore MCC. So let's just jump right in to the thing that many people probably thought we would surely ignore and avoid on this topic, but we're talking about it.
Yeah, I think one of the things that's been really great about having you, a trusted member back on the front with the community, is fans have been really open about maybe what we haven't been. I think that we think about MCC a lot. We think about what we should be doing or not doing, but we're not really communicating to the audience or to our community. And I think you've done a great job at highlighting that. And so, now is the time to talk about MCC.
Well, I've been here almost a year. Next week will be my 1-year anniversary. I walked in kind of bright-eyed, excited to be back in the Halo scene. And I heard from a lot of folks that they just wanted to know what was going on with the Master Chief Collection. And I naively thought, hey, how can it be? I'm going to walk around. I'll get some answers. I'll be right back to you. So coming up on a year, it's been tough because there just hasn't been any information to share. But I think today we're going to change that.
We are, and I would just say that I think that seeing the community through your eyes and that we haven't been communicating, we've just been silent on this topic, has not been great. It's caused a lot of frustration, and I do apologize for that. And I want to make sure as we go forward, that's something that we do fix, even if it's half-baked or we don't know exactly what we're doing, having a better dialogue with the fans to kind of update them. For us, we have been looking at when the right opportunity is to upgrade MCC. And when we do it to get the maximum benefit, we do feel that we want to move it to the latest platform updates so we can take advantage of all the great stuff that the Xbox platform team has done. And MCC is 6 engines. It's not an easy thing to move over, and there's a lot of risk, which doesn't mean we shouldn't do it. We were a little bit more cautious about when we should do it.
So I think from what I've heard in our discussions, sort of with the upcoming release of Xbox One X, it just presented a new opportunity that a new console, along with all the platform updates that you've mentioned, kind of now makes an MCC kind of revisit a lot less risky and a lot more viable in terms of what we want to do and what we actually can do.
Yeah, and I think for us it was looking at, when we look at Xbox One X, it's an opportunity to take our current gen portfolio and enhance it across to give a better play experience that looks better on everything we're doing. And Master Chief Collection should definitely be part of that. So this is the time that we're going to crack it open, move it over to the latest game operating system, which has amazing improvements to matchmaking, which we'll benefit from. And now's the right time, and we're pretty excited that we're going to move the whole portfolio forward.
Well, awesome. And I think another new feature that didn't even exist back in the day is this concept of allowing us to flight a title out into the wild, right? So we're actually going to be tapping into our player base and asking for their help throughout this process. Yeah,
we've got a team right now that's already working on moving MCC forward, and we're partnering with another external team. But one of the things that we're going to try and do is have a much more open dialogue with the community, and flighting is going to be part of that. So probably sometime next spring, you'll start to see the latest builds of MCC, and I hope you guys will help us out and give us some perspective on what's going on.
Awesome. Well, we'll, of course, have a lot more information and all the details as we get a little closer and those plans get baked, but great news for MCC fans to look forward to early next year. As we're talking about Xbox One X and new opportunities, of course, there's also opportunities as we think about Halo 5 and Halo Wars 2.
Yeah, I think we talked about it a little bit earlier that Chris Lee and team, along with the partners Skybox, are bringing Halo 5 to 4K and enhancing it. It's going to look better, play better than it has before, and it looks amazing. You've seen it, and it looks really great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm biased, obviously, but on that 4K OLED TV, it's stunning. And,
it is.
Can definitively say it will look better and play better on Xbox One X.
Yeah, and then something else I'm super excited about is local servers, which I think is sort of a grassroots to multiplayer that fans have been asking about, that we wanted to get in earlier, but it's in now.
I know the esports team specifically, and even our partners at Microsoft stores, and even just down to the most grassroots level, being able to play Halo 5 in the same room without having to have enormous bandwidth requirements is kind of getting back to the roots of what Halo multiplayer is supposed to be.
Yeah, it is, and I'm excited we can do it now.
So let's talk about Halo Wars 2, because I know we'll also have a couple cool things coming out for Xbox One X as well.
We do. So in a couple weeks, we have an update to bring it to 4K, HDR, and then we're also adding Arena. So again, sort of really focusing on sort of a grassroots tournament structure in Halo Wars 2 as well.
So I know since I've been here, there's been one thing Halo Wars 2 fans on Windows 10 specifically have been asking a lot about is, wouldn't it be great if we could also play online together with people on Xbox One?
Yeah, and so we've been working on that sort of behind the scenes, and we just ran a test this last week, and so far so good. So that is going to be joining the next update, and you guys should be able to play together across Xbox One and Windows 10.
Well, that is awesome. So you just heard it here, folks. Breaking news, crossplay coming to Halo Wars 2 on Win 10 and Xbox One. So we've done a lot of stuff we talked about throughout this whole stream of how we're taking our current portfolio of experiences and making them even better for fans. But of course, a lot of the studio is focusing on the future, looking ahead at brand new experiences, one of which I think just launched today.
Yes. Halo Recruit is in stores today, so you can go play it in any of the Microsoft stores, and you can also download it on the Microsoft's Marketplace. Yeah,
so for those who maybe missed our initial announce a few weeks ago, what would you like our fans just to kind of know about Halo Recruit? What is it?
So it's an opportunity for us to sort of experiment with Microsoft mixed reality. And it is not a game, but it is a super cool experience that enabled us to kind of see what Halo might look like in mixed reality. It's about a 5-minute experience. And Kiki Wolfkill, who's head of transmedia team, her team partnering with Endeavor One have put it together. And you've tried it. I mean, my favorite thing is, like, when you see Master Chief and you see the Warthog, it really illustrates the potential of this medium, and I don't know what your thoughts, but I think
absolutely.
It was super cool.
I mean, the first time I put the headset on, I'm literally standing in the Halo universe, looking up at an elite, and just to kind of be in that real scale inside the universe, for me was pretty awesome, and I'm hoping we'll see more of that in the future. Speaking of, though, we also need to probably talk about the next real Halo FPS title, which first we should clarify is not a mixed reality experience.
No, the next Halo FPS is not VR.
So we weren't at E3, obviously. We know some fans were disappointed, and we talked a little bit about it then, but can you tell us anything about what fans should know, or can we reveal anything about the next Halo FPS title today?
Yeah, at E3, I said this as well. We want to give the team and the studio time to build the right next FPS big experience. So you're not going to hear much from us for a while. I think the only thing that we'll confirm as we do listen to fans, there will be split screen.
All right. So safe to say that's a feature that we heard a lot of feedback about, I think?
Just a little bit of feedback.
All right. So
but we did listen.
Great news. So lots of amazing updates to our current portfolio. Cool things on the horizon like Recruit, and then of course when the time is right we'll have more to say about our next Halo FPS title. So I think one of our final things we want to do today, we talked about on these streams, we always like to give away a prize. It's kind of obligatory, so you're here as our guest of honor, you should have the honor of giving away a prize. Earlier today I put out a call on Twitter, asked folks to submit questions, and if we picked their question we would reward them with a cool prize. Of course, we had way more than we could actually get to today, so I apologize. Hopefully, maybe we'll come back later. We'll have a chance to do some more. But we settled for this question from @HoloDrone, who asks, what's something from Halo 4 or 5 or your time at 343 that you're really proud of that doesn't get talked about very often?
Settled for a question. I think that's a really good question. So I would say there's multiple things, but maybe one of them would be around Halo 4. We shipped Halo 4 at the last year of the console on an older engine, and I think that the work that the art team and the tech team did to push performance and graphical fidelity forward is pretty amazing at that time in the life cycle, and I would argue I think it's one of the best 360 games out there. So I'm super proud of that.
No arguments here. I mean, they didn't ask me, but I'm just pretty proud that it only took me 357 days to get an MCC update for our community. So this goes down in my book for sure. So let's bring over our special guest and present our amazing prize. It's going to go to @HoloDrone. You said you like the Prestige armor?
All right.
We've got some Prestige armor. Thanks, Chief. So there's your Prestige armor, and we're going to get that shipped out to HoloDrone, who I believe is actually based overseas, so that's going to be a fun logistical challenge. So, Bonnie, before we go, any parting words or final thoughts you'd like to share with our folks?
Yeah, he's big. So one of the things I would love to say is just a shout out and thank you to the community. We, the team came up with the idea of the Relief and Recovery Rec Pack, that all proceeds go to supporting many of the tragedies that have happened over the last 3 weeks. And so far, I think we just got word in it's about over 150,000 that has been earned already, which is amazing.
Yep, and 100% of those proceeds will go to disaster relief efforts, and that pack's going to stay available and on sale all the way until next Monday.
Yes, it goes right through the HCS tournament in Denver this weekend. But thank you guys so much, and I hope you keep purchasing and we can give more to help other people in need. Thank you.
Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you very much. And thank you for tuning in. That just about does it for us here at 343. I want to give a big shout out to all of our crew here behind the scenes.
Yes, thank you.
A lot of work's gone into making this stream today. I also want to give a shout out to all the folks that can't be in front of the camera. We have people all upstairs working very hard to bring these exciting updates to Halo 5 and to Halo Wars 2, which will be coming out in just a couple weeks, as we've said. Stay tuned to HaloWaypoint.com. We'll have more information on that. And don't forget to join us in just 3 days for the exciting conclusion to our Halo Championship Series Fall Finals. $200,000 on the line in Denver. The top teams will be competing. Please join us on mixer.com/Halo and twitch.tv/Halo.